Microprocessor. A microprocessor is an electric component that is used by a computer to do its work. It is a central processing unit on a single integrated circuit chip containing millions of very small components including transistors, resistors and diodes that work together. Microprocessors help to do everything from writing to searching the web. Everything a computer does is described by a lot of precise instructions, and microprocessors carry out these instructions at incredible speed, many millions of times a second. BIOS, basic input output system, is the program a personal computer's microprocessor uses to get the computer system started after you turn it on. It also manages data flow between the computer's operating system and attached devices such as hard disk, video adapter, keyboard, mouse and printer. Operating system. It is a system software that manages all resources of computer. Computer cannot work without operating system. DOS and Windows are example of operating system. Disk operating system, DOS. It is a single user operating system and has been very popular on microcomputers up to mid 1990s. DOS was designed by IBM International Business Machines. DOS resides on disk and controls the functioning of the computer. Functions of an operating system. Following are the main functions performed by the most operating system: manage hardware resources, load and execute programs, memory management, secondary memory storage management, providing interface to the user. DOS files. These are three important files in DOS which it uses for different purposes. These files are identified by their extensions. These files are as follows: batch files, command files, executable files. Batch files. In batch files, one or more commands are grouped together. The name of a batch file acts as a command for DOS. When the name of the file is given to the DOS on command prompt, the commands written in the batch file are executed sequentially without involving user to type every command on command prompt. The extension of batch file is BAT. Command file. Command file contains DOS executable commands, for example format and etc. The extensions of command files are .com. Executable files. Executable files are in executable form. For example, these are ready to run on the computer. These files contain instructions in machine language format. The extension of executable files is EXE. User interface of disk operating system, DOS. DOS provides a command-driven interface to the users. In such interfaces, the user communicates with the operating system by typing commands using a keyboard. Each command given to the OS activates one of the many programs in the OS. DOS commands. In DOS, many standard systems commands were provided for common tasks such as listing files or a disk or moving files. There are two types of disk operating system: DOS internal commands, DOS external commands. DOS internal commands. DOS internal commands are stored in the command.com file. These are loaded automatically into the memory during booting process. These include the commonly used commands. Internal commands are part of command.com. Thus, you see their names in directory listing. These commands remain in memory during the execution of DOS. Some of the internal DOS commands are CLS, dir, del, and date, and etc. DOS external commands. DOS external commands are those which need special files for their execution. The DOS commands which are not frequently used are given as external commands. The three types of files that can run as external commands are .com, exe, BAT files. Some of the external DOS commands are chkdsk, del3, format, xcopy, and etc. CMD command. A command prompt, also known as cmd.exe or cmd after its executable file name, is the command line interpreter on Windows operating systems. Command prompt interacts with the user through a command line interface to run these programs and start a command prompt. You will do the following steps: click on the run option, click on start button, click on the run option, type the appropriate command in the open field. For example, if we are using Windows XP, we could type cmd.exe. Click on the button OK. A window appears and DOS command prompt will be ready for command. Exit command is used to close the DOS command processor to send control back to the Windows. Type exit command on the command prompt. Press enter key to execute the given command. DOS command prompt program will be closed. dir command. Dir command shows the contents of a directory on a disk. This is the most of the frequently and used DOS command. It is used to display a list of the files and subdirectories that are in the directory.